Hello and back to what I mean. Today we're back with a Maiden Serenade. Yes, I could not stop myself. It is 11 p.m. It took some time to recover after I came back from sushi. I'm still suffering. It's time for some boost to help digestion. I'm gonna keep today short, considering the fact that I wasn't even planning to record today. Anyways.
いつ来たっけ？私は初めてだね。
We were at Yokohama at least a few days after we made the decision. I'm seriously indebted to Mom, who manages to be so incredibly reasonable all the time. Which bothers some
と
later.
はいえ、猫浜も暑いわね。がっかりだわ。それはそうだよ。だって電車で30分しか離れてないんだもん。
Still. I look around at the refreshing surroundings. I had a feeling those summer break vibes.
七里くん、ほら、汗が。
Kylie lightly pats an incredibly clean-looking handkerchief onto my face. Whoops, thanks.
いいのよ。
It was just my imagination, but even she seems to be in a good mood for the
ほん
occasion.
と、無事についてよかったよ。カリンさんが欠席というのは残念だったけれど。あ
Even though Karen's darting her eyes in all directions restlessly as if it were her first time out in the city, seems to be paying enough attention to us to catch Matsuru's
おや、
remark.
本当だ。これは申し訳ない。確か駅の自動改札機で止められたくらいだったね。知らない人間が聞いたら信じてしまうかもしれない物言いはやめんか。
She was so scared to go to the ticket gate that she was clinging behind me the whole time. And that's probably the reason the station attendant had to come talk with us. I was quite a surprise, but we all made it through anyhow.
たわけが、もはや過ぎた話よ。
Actually, it's your future too, since we'll have to go through there on our way home.
中木、我が眷属よ。中木だけが大改札の一縷の希望じゃ。
Why did that land specifically have like weird Nero vibes? A well-founded assessment?
ね、まずはアイスでも食べてかない？私、ベリベリストロベリー。もう頼む気満々なんだね。私はなんか青々しいのをダブルで。
Take the flavor, not the color. Just like that, we each procured ourselves some ice cream.
さっと自然にやってしまえばわからないわよね。さりげなく。七里くん、あんこの入ったアイスとかあればいいのにね。
She's trying to sneak in! Red bean paste. They had it, didn't they? Had a big old red beans in it.
そうなんだ。気づきませんでした。残念。
What's going on with Kaida? I thought she was in a good mood, but maybe the heat's gotten to her. Somehow I'm sensing an unsettling aura from these two girls. So I make my way to them and... Huh? Ah, Mizuka, hey! Mizuka snuck up behind me to go bite of my ice cream. It really makes it happy, huh? She can't get mad or seeing it like that. Let me have some of yours too.
はい、どうぞ。あんまり食べちゃやだよ。
You're one to talk.
美味しいでしょう。
So sweet. I'd expect to hit a sour since it's berry flavors, but there's none.
食べかけの部分を躊躇なく。ちゃんと。関節。
So that's what you have been making a fuss about. Shione and Karen's odd reactions have been bothering me for a while, but it all makes sense to me now. Childhood friends Mizuka and I have been victims of teasing all our lives. They helped us develop some sort of immunity to people's banter, and situations like these barely make me feel anything anymore.
そっか。これって関節。
What's wrong, Mizuka? Your face is all red. Is the ice cream so good you've got to breathe?
そんなことはないけど。全然。
Huh?
どうかした？
Some cream on your mouth, here you go.
あ、
Didn't mean start by the touch of my finger. I tried to wipe her lips. Mizuka advertently drops her ice cream to the ground. You got surprised by that now? For real?
ごめんね。ちょっとぼーっとしてたみたい。
My bad. Here, have it. We're gonna have the rest of my ice cream. It's a tad too sweet for me anyway. You don't want it?
もらうありがとね。
Here. Why is she staring at me like that? No, I didn't. I one didn't have exactly zero regrets party with my ice cream. And yet... Why am I sensing an ominous threat coming from all around me?
いやー、夏本番って感じになってきたわね、たくみん。
I'm getting weird chills though. I've got a big grin on going on there.
最後は私のところに帰ってくるんだもんね。
The chills just got worse. Our next destination is the 8th floor of the fashion center. The building has a huge lineup of fancy shops and boutiques, which makes it quite a challenge for me to step inside.
苦虫を噛みつぶしたようとは、まさに今の君の顔を言うんだろうね。
Well, I could act like a happy clown with a little effort, but how does that solve anything? My ongoing strategy should be obvious at a glance. Curious looks of the ladies around the place give me the unbearable sense of alienation. To say I'm uncomfortable would be an statement, but it's still not enough of an excuse to make an escape. Let me defend for myself like this. Could they have at least told me why they took me here?
だからその顔が見たかったんじゃないかな。もしくは他の子の出方を伺っているとか。
I'll take my revenge. How about I dictate what swimsuit they should wear to make passerbys think I'm their boyfriend?
みんな喜ぶだろうね。
Such are maidens with hearts of steel.
そういう意味じゃなかったのだけれど、まあせっかく来たんだ。席を外すことは簡単だろうけど、誰かの様子くらい見てきたらどうだい？
I don't quite see how that's the natural flow of events here. But okay,
や
fine.
けになってるね。
Okay, who should I go see? I can't help but feel like Kaede would be like... She has the vibe of someone that would wear the kind of swimsuit I like, but at the same time not. Similar with Kaden, really. These two, absolutely not. So it's between the sisters. It's funny enough. You know what? I feel like Kade would, in a way, go practical. But then again... I'll fucking consult the fucking coin. Yes for Kaiden, no for Karin. It is a no. It doesn't work because my camera is fucking nerd. Say Karin apparently. Wonder where Karin's gone to. There she is ransing up her swimsuits inside the store. You're looking for a specific design?
中国か。なかなか見つからんのだ。
What you have in
ほら、
mind?
しましまの囚人服のような。
Don't go for something like that. Totally out of the
しか
question.
し、思い出したのだが、わわわは闇の眷属。長時間強い日差しの中に肌は出せぬのだ。
Can't forget about that until after our trip to the beach.
ならん、焼け死ぬ。
You're so stubborn about the most annoying things.
重木、どうにかならぬかな。
She looks as though she's about to cry, tormented by the lure she tied herself to. Before that, would you really be fine in a normal swimsuit?
どういう意味じゃ？
Nothing. Suddenly, I don't know if I've noticed for a while, but are her breasts a little too big? To be honest, I'm only conscious about the fact that on occasion when she secretly admires Cotton's massive honkers. They're overly striking. I once had suspicions that she'd been stuffing a ton of pants as part of her role-playing. That's why I was suspecting her to avoid wearing a swimsuit. But they're real, aren't they? There's no evidence to prove
重
otherwise.
木、今になってわわわを仲間外れにするのか？
Now, it's not like you to be acting on wimpy like that. And when she says it like that, it gets my protective instincts going. I'll give it some thought. Since we have a contractual master-servant relationship, does that mean our powers should be amplified when we're closer to each other? I'm guessing, but I guess it sounds like something she'd say.
それじゃ
I don't know, that's all it took to bring her back to her usual life.
そうじゃわわわともあろうものが忘れておったわ
So, problem solved?
よし中木わわわは水着を選ぶぞ
Have you had enough? I mentioned the sun can't touch us
予
here.
行練習じゃ
Fine. Got in.
なんじゃ
It's just... aren't you a bit too close? Surprising she did not go for a design that I would be... all about.
他に方法がなかろう
I admit it was my idea to stick together to amplify each other's power, but at least I know... now I know these jugs are legit. The way they morph as she presses her body against mine is solid enough proof. But now I'm left with a task. Must ward off in pure thought.
よいか中木離れるなよ
Your red face makes me think it's best that I keep a distance from you, though.
バカ者離れたら貴様死ぬぞ
Huh? Did I always have that kind of character
そ
trait?
うじゃ本来なら貴様がくっつかねばならんのにまったく
She's clinging so tightly, but I still can't make out what she's murmuring. Oh yeah, utilize my brain power once more. If I'm correctly, we only need to touch each other once to recharge our power, and after that we can act separately for several hours, right? Gotta fight fire with fire.
そ
However,
んな都合のいい力があるものか
are you for real? I have no friggin' idea how a world
よいか
functions.
絶対にわわわから離れるんじゃないぞ約束だからな
Fine, fine. Make sure you don't wander off on your own, master.
たく仕方ないの
Oh, I suppose it's fine as long as she's happy. Needless to say, I had to attend to her for a long while after that. Only after partying with her did I remember. Didn't you say she wanted something in Nekohamu before coming with us? Something she couldn't buy online. Wonder if she found it. Oh, well, I guess I'll ask her next time.
さて次はどこ行こっか
Kind of want to see if, like, the thing I was expecting was gonna be Kaede. Oh, I fucking... wonder where Kaede went.
七里くん私を探して
Oh,
そ
yeah?
そうですかそうなんですか
Kaede's standing inside the skincare shop, seemingly in a good mood. Looking for some sunscreen
と
oil?
いうか私肌が弱くて日焼けしないんです赤くなっちゃうだけで
And explains why your skin's always so white.
あまり日に当たらないようにしているだけです
How did you manage to avoid the sun while being a member of the swim team for so long? Then sunscreen oil should help, I think.
それも肌に合わないと大変なんですけど
Never-ending game of tag, I see, just like you and me.
七里くんさえしっかりすればそんなことないと思いますけど
My remark was full of problems, but not quite the one you just pointed out. I wish she'd denied it. Nonetheless, it's not like I enjoy seeing her get mad at me. Well then, see you later.
あのどちらへ
I'm thinking of going back to where everyone is at. Something wrong?
いやどうもしないしわかったのですが
She's waving her hands in front of her, seemingly flustered for some reason. Maybe it's just my imagination, but her face is getting very tuned. Did I do something I shouldn't have? I'm sorry. Well, seeing you upset like that, I figured I must have offended you
い
somehow.
やそんな
Still with her hands in front of her, now she's shaking her head repeatedly.
七里くんは何にも悪いことはしてないです
That's right.
そうですだから何も悪いって思う必要はないんです全く
Okay, I'm glad.
だけど急にそんな自分が悪いとか思ってしまったことは褒められるべきことじゃありませんね
Huh?
そうですねそういうのは良くないことです謝った方がいいと思いますいや違いますね悪いと思ったならちょっと私の言うことを聞いてください
Okay. So as I thought, there's something I still can't figure out about her. That's what's causing the awkwardness between us, maybe. At any rate, there's virtually no merit for me to go against her wishes when she's acting so desperate like this. I understood, so what should I do now? Decide to do as she says.
はい、そうですね。ちょっとこれを。
Sure. Huh? One of these? The sample of sunscreen oil I was looking at. What am I supposed to do with this? This is a sample product, right?
そうですよ。新商品のサンプルのサンオイルです。
Yeah, I can see the new product label on it, so what do you want me to do with it?
だからそのサンオイルを
The words suddenly come to a stop. Excuse me, senpai?
やっぱり七里くんは私のこと嫌いなんですね。
Huh?
だってそうでしょ。この容器を手渡されたら塗ってくださいって言ってるのと同じじゃないですか。それをわざわざ私に言わせるんだからもう嫌いなんですよね。わかります。
Well, from the look of things, I think it's way more likely that you hold unpleasant feelings towards me than the other way around.
な
Senpai?
んですか。
Thanks, she suddenly lowered her tone of voice. The reasons I didn't realize it is because of my lack of imagination and my inability to read the mood. I don't hate you at all, not one bit.
そうなんですか。
Of course it is. If I hated you, I wouldn't have come looking for you in the first place.
それは
Okay, that was solid proof. Hold on. I don't hate her, and I haven't been telling any lies. So what am I making all these excuses for? That's I'm sorry. I understand your intentions now, so please allow me to put it on you. Nods her head multiple times. Looks like I've managed to ease her mind. To be perfectly honest, though, can't you put it on yourself? Why'd you never need it in the first place? Hey, that's why. Maybe just like what Mizuga did to Shione the other day. God is helping me by making a situation which she has to rely on me. Well then, looking down at the sample package in my hand. She asked me to put it on her, but it's not like I can make her lay down flat like we're on the beach. Wish I put it on you?
どこにと言いますと。
What part of your skin do you want me to put the oil on? It's just a sample, so maybe your hand. It's easy to clean up later, so it has to be the place. That's what I thought, but...
足に
What? Your foot? He's pointing at a different, much more daring
そう
area.
足に塗ってください。ほら手だと洗うの面倒だけど足だったら隠れるしいいかなって。
Well, I'm sure it's gonna be more trouble for you later with oil on your foot. Oh, fuck. Keep forgetting about that. Nevertheless, someone who learns from their mistakes. Talk back to her now won't serve me any good. Just have to do what she says and things will be alright. Anyone, senpai, please have a seat. There's a small chair next to the product display. Stand. Motion for her to sit
こ
down.
こにですね。
Please don't tell me there's a CG for this. Just as I say. Now please take off your shoe and show me your
わ
foot.
かりました。
Can't help but realize how slender her leg is as she takes off her shoe and raises her foot. Shuts her eyes tightly while shakily pointing her foot toward me, as if she were a child at the doctor's office for an injection. Looks to me as though she considers anything that's about to touch her a gruesome enemy. I'm gonna put the oil on. Her body tenses up even more. Hold her foot in my left hand and lift it in my direction. No, it isn't. I don't know if this is her dainty foot with round square. What the fuck? Yeah, stop thinking about stupid things. Gotta focus. Not sure what to focus on, but for now, let's block out the intrusive thoughts and open this sample. Turn the tube upside down, and slowly drip the sticky white liquid onto her foot. Ah! As the liquid touches her foot, she lets out an incredibly adorable scream that echoes throughout the store. The other customers immediately turn in our direction. Senpai, you okay? She's breathing roughly with her eyes still closed. Senpai?
その七里くん今私を呼びましたか。
Yeah, I was worried because you suddenly screamed.
声私今そんなに大きな声出しちゃってましたか。
Yeah, you startled me.
ごめんなさい。七里くんにもとんだご迷惑を。
Oh, mine, more importantly, gonna continue.
ごめんなさい。塗って大丈夫です。
Although she has completely regained her composure, she forces herself to calm down. is going to win any acting awards with that, but I'm in no position to point that out. And so please stand still. Close her eyes again. Wow. We don't need any of this. 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 I peer around, and to my dismay, I discover that the store clerk has been giving us a judgmental look. While it's fortunate there are no other male customers around, the remorse hits me like a truck. I've done something unspeakable in a public like that. Senpai? Senpai? I'm doomed. With an oil-soaked leg, Kaede looks like she's been transported to another world, letting out strangely suggestive breaths for the longest time. I suppose it's needless to say how bewildered she was in the aftermath.
さて、次はどこ行こっか。
To another fucking dimension where that didn't happen.
さて、次はどこ行こっか。噂に聞く中華街とやらを見てみたいな。
Me too.
近くなのにないんだ。
Have you?
家族で行った。
That's so sweet. Myself and I to get in.
可愛かったもん。
It's from Mom and Mermaid should be open right now, and it's gonna only mean one thing. Mom, did something happen?
パート3、2人、夏風、ダウン、ピンチ、助けて、匠。
Why are you talking like that?
何の話？母さんは、母、既得、すぐ帰れってイメージだったんだけど。
You mean a telegram? Hang on, it's bad luck to say stuff like that. Everyone, it's Musica's fault, but 2 of our staff members have caught a cold and couldn't come to work. Mermaid needs reinforcements right away.
あら、大変ですね。
And thus we made our way back to Suminoe. We're acting so fast only because all of our members have their hearts in the right place. Musica and Shione have gone to Mermaid ahead of us to help. Our parting ways with the rest of the members, having agreed to the role of courier and slowly making my way home while carrying everyone's luggage. Can feel the heat seeping through my skin little by little. Towards the beach. Or if there's anything left for me to prepare. Phone suddenly rings, interrupting my train of thought. Unknown phone number. Some dialed the wrong number. Hello?
こちら、七里様の番号で正しゅうございますか？
Yes, Chichi speaking. A voice I've heard before.
ルチアでございます。
Yes, and you're standing in front of me. Aren't you Matsuri's? The heck, you're right in front of me!
Hi.
Then why on earth did you call me? Lucia ignores my befuddlement and continues to talk over the
お
phone.
迎えに上がりました。いや、早かったな。
I was urged by Lucia all the way to here to the school's pool, as I expected Matsuri is there to greet me. What's the matter? Call me like this.
ちょっとお願いしたいことがあってね。それで少し動いてもらったわけだ。
With that said, Matsuri bowed.
私に泳ぎを教えてくれないか。
Me teach you. A little bit late for that. Or rather, I totally didn't expect her to be able to swim.
実に意外そうな顔をしている。
Well, I am. It's not like I expected her to be an Olympian tier swimmer, but since it's Matsuri, I thought she'd at least be able to top the local rankings and all kinds of sports.
君には言ったはずだぞ。私はイメージで損をしているとね。
Her expression is somewhat clouded by dissatisfaction. Trying to be an average girl, huh?
そう受け取った上で考慮してくれると嬉しいのだが。
Tops it off with a smile. Okay, well, I'm pretty confident in my swimming, and I don't mind teaching her, but I don't have my swims, huh? Before I can finish my sentence, I noticed that my swim trunks and even the towel have been neatly folded right next to me. Did Lucia bring these here?
だろうね。彼女らしい心配りだ。
Thoughtful works, sure, but I think terrifying would be a more accurate term. I guess being very thoughtful is what makes her a wonderful maid. Okay, shall we get started then?
そうしてくれると嬉しいな。
First of all, show me how you swim. I feel like I'd have to censor this for the thumbnail, but alas, considering I said I'm going not as long today, there's a high possibility that I'm gonna have to fucking use this one since no other CGs might pop up.
泳げないと言ったばかりじゃないか。
That's what I meant. I want to see you try.
なるほど。失敗する様子を見てから 成功へ導く手段を見つけるというのだね。それは一理ある。
Yep, exactly. Now give it a try. Matsuri nods, then she leans her body into the water while waving her hands and legs. She's trying her best, but she can't bring her legs to move in a way that moves her through the water. For a while, though, she seems to give up and stop moving altogether. The result, she thinks, sinks. Uh-oh. Before her head submerged in the water, I reach out to support her. Her body feels light even under the water. I don't think she can rely on her body fat to
と
float.
いうわけだ。我ながら無力すぎて困る。
Negative now, apparently you haven't learned any techniques to move your body through water.
まあ水の中にいることの方が少ないから
Why now then? What made you decide to
不
learn?
可能だと諦めることが嫌なんだ。そういうものには抗っていたい。そう定められたものだと言われて分かりましたと従うのはつまらないだろう。
You say so.
そんなものなのだよ。さあでは早速教えてくれないか。
Okay, leave it to me. You stretch your arms out like this. Try not to flap too much.
こうかな。
Yeah, now imagine a water strider and spread out your arms and legs in the same way.
やってみよう。
Matsui does exactly as told and slowly stretches out her limbs. At least she's trying to. Her patience seems to have gotten in the way and prevents her from achieving buoyancy.
手のかかる弟子で済まない。
Nah, it's fine. It's just gonna take us a while. All this teaching has made me realize something new about Matsui. She has a surprisingly clumsy side. Usual confident attitude certainly leaves an impression that she'd be a quick
だ
learner.
から言っただろう。先入観で人を見ると大概うまくいかないものだ。
Valuable lesson indeed.
それを知ってもらうためにも今日はいい機会だったのかもし
She's making it sound like it's someone else's
とは
business.
いえ少しくらいは成長したいものだ。
Let's make it happen. Give it one more try.
分かった。やってみよう。
I'll try again and again until I start to reach my limit from supporting her body.
浮いた。
At the very least, Matsui's finally managed to float by herself. Congratulations.
もはやダメかと思っていたがどうにか浮くところまではできて何よりだ。嬉しいな。実に嬉しい。
Okay, smile good. You take smile. Such a brilliant smile.
どうしたんだ急に黙ったりして。
No, did I? Joy seems so genuine that I have a moment of confusion trying to connect it to her usual self. But I can't just tell her that, can I? I don't think she'd be pleased to hear such a blatant display of preconception. After the swimming lesson, while I'm taking a break on the poolside, suddenly some cold is pressed against my cheek.
祝杯だ。一緒にお祝いをしてほしい。
Matsui jubilates with cold drinks in hand. Aye,
で
thanks.
は乾杯。
We clink our plastic bottles. Today's been full of surprises.
何がだ
Like how we went to the city together, and more than anything, how my impression of you has changed. Still remember how Matsuri was lamenting the powerlessness the first time we met on the day of the Mermaid Festival. Even though I still don't quite relate, even now, what happened today has made me realize that even Matsuri has her own struggles.
そうか。それはよかった。私の本当の部分が少しでも君に分かってもらえたのならそれは大変喜ばしいことだよ。
Again, just making it sound like someone else's problem. Detached almost. But I don't think I've ever seen her discontent.
そろそろ帰ろうか。みんなも待っているだろう。
Yeah.
海へ行く日が楽しみだ。
So comes the promised day.
いやしかしこうも見事なタイミングだと。どこにも空が見えないよ。そうですね。
Look at it like that. You can bathe by just you can bathe in water just by fucking stepping outside. It's like having a pool everywhere. By bathe, I mean like bathing in a pool, not bathing in a fucking bathtub. You still need to clean yourself properly. Yesterday's blue sky, summer sky has vanished overnight, replaced with dark, ominous clouds. Don't know who cursed us with this terrible timing, but all the joy leading up to this outing has been wiped off our faces.
重木天命である。この雲を何とかせよ。
Please don't make it sound like a request to your handyman will expect me to be some sort of shaman.
七里くんならどうにかしてくれるかなって私も期待してたんだけど。
What kind of supernatural being do you think I am? Don't think I stand down how I was looking forward to today. tough pill to swallow without a solid backup plan. Alright everyone, listen up. Successfully garnered their attention that had been directed toward the sky. Since we've all gathered here today, why not make the best of it?
遊んで何でですか？
I haven't thought that far.
そこは考えておいてよ。
I'll defer to you, Miyabi. It's your time to shine.
そんな無茶ぶりするかな。まあ、みやびさんが思いつかないようでしたら。はい、考えました。今考えました。大丈夫です。それ以上に荒れ模様にして大丈夫か？
Worst case scenario, we can have an exciting time keeping Miyabi and Kaede from going at each other's throats. As the discussion between Miyabi and Senpai escalates, I turn to the other members. Well, for the time being, let's go to my room.
わかりました。
The blue mood seems to have dissipated as they enter my house with starry skies. Now, the only person remaining in the shop is staring in my direction. It's Matsuri. Something wrong, Matsuri?
わかった気がするね。
She shows me the same smile as the other
私が
day.
君を気に入っているのはそういうところなんだな。さあ、では行こうか。皆が待っている。
Yeah, let's go. I vaguely replied to her remark while tilting my head in wonder. Something really mysterious about her, isn't there? The blue sky. Can wait until next time. But like I said, I'm keeping it short. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye-bye. Never mind. I'm gonna keep going, actually. Sparkling sea. As expected, there are so many more people here when it's sunny. We've made our way back to the beach today, and it's no longer rainy. The beach is filled with an absurd number of people. Only after a long struggle did I manage to put down a beach towel and a parasol to secure some space for our group.
私思うんだけど。
What?
こんな時期まで引っ張るなら、もういっそ海には来ない方が潔かったと思わない？
They sure are taking a while. Ignoring Miyabi's remark, I refocus on waiting for the others who have left to change into their swimsuits. Changing clothes may sound like a simple thing ever, but I bet girls with struggles men may never understand.
断っておきますけど、私は準備万端にしといただけなんだからね。
Does that mean you were actually looking forward to today?
決してお手入れに手を抜いているわけじゃないんだから。
Including protection against UV rays? It's fun like saying that. UV rays. Maybe pause the thing for a moment.
漫画かなんかで見たんだけど、男の人のひげ剃り、あれほんと優秀だったわ。
Uh-oh, wait up. What are you trying to suggest here?
今度させてあげよっか。
Stop pressing yourself against me. Come on, stop
ほ
that.
ら、メインヒロインとしてね。
Please, only those who are brave enough to pick the nightmare difficulty for their lives deserve you as their main heroine. The soothing fragrance coming from Miyabi's body gradually renders me speechless. Seriously, what's taking them so long?
あ、じゃあ今のうちにオイル塗ってよ。
Sure, later.
いいの？
Well, I wouldn't want to touch some dude's muscles and doing it for the other girls. Doesn't seem very decent. So you're actually the perfect candidate for this.
なんだか匠を騙してる気分。いけないわ。どうするの私の両親。そういうの大好物。
What are you putting on the melodrama all over your own for?
なんでもないなんでもない。ああ、そうそう匠。
What?
途中で体が弓なりになってちょっと体が震えたりするかもしれないけど、あんまり気にしないでね。
That sounds pretty scary. Either way, I start putting sun oil on Miyabi. Seriously, so slow.
私の体を触っておきながら具体的な描写とか感想なし。
Like asking why you're almost naked? Nah, I'm not gonna screw around.
ああ、今の匠の発言ですっごい下ネタ言いたい。
Want me to stop and let you lie there for the rest of the day?
匠ってば無感動。
Oh,
で
whatever.
も私今人生で一番幸せ。泣きそう。
Happy for you. At that moment, now someone just texted me.
惜しい。
No, you weren't. Here's some music.
なんだって？
Still changing. She'll come here after she's done. By the way, the girls are changing at my house right now. It's only a 5-minute walk from the beach, fully equipped with a shower, and better yet, free to use. In other words, perfect base.
誰の水着姿が楽しみ？
Looking forward to? Excited about maybe.
ワッフルワッフル。
Something like that. I'm not sure what you meant, but it sounded badass or whatever.
私を差し置いてそこまで。
Swear to God, the more this conversation goes on, the more my life diving toward nightmare.
片足はもう絡め取られてると言っても過言ではないけどね。
Oh God, please spare me.
どうかした？
She's sending an image.
画像？
Selfie. Yeah, yes. Looks like it. Hey! Scroll down and immediately choke upon seeing the entire photo. No way. Ploosh. My eyes. My eyes! Her sixth sense must have told her something. Phoebe swiftly blinds me with her fingers. Painful, but it's probably for the best, because Mizuka has thoughtlessly, or perhaps innocently, sent me a photo of the girls changing. A day together. Okay, now that they actually gave me like a fucking
隠れてないで。
nameplate, now it feels like an actual good time to end it, so I will actually end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next. Bye bye.